Next up on an all-new Rick and Rick.
Diet Coke unveils label-free soda cans.
It's Yokiro Taco What the Hell, as reservations to Taco Bell's new hotel sell out in just 2 minutes.
Sabra warns the vegans are coming to your summer barbecue.
Oh man. The Cheetos mascot gets named the new Colonel Sanders.
And it all starts right here, right now.
On the one show where everybody's the Rick of the litter.
And everybody rules the world.
Welcome to Rick and Rick Rule the World. I'm Rick Matheson, and I'm joined, as always, by Meu Mio de Outra Me, Rick Wooten. It's a little Brazilian Portuguese that I'm sure I just butchered right now there for you, Rick. It either means my brother from another mother or my burps are like roses in the wind, but I'm not completely sure. How the heck you doing?
I'm great. It's been a great week here in the Bay Area. Weather's been nice. You know, we got the long weekend coming up, 4th of July. So it's good. How about yourself?
All is well with the world. Well, just before we start recording here, I mentioned that Spider-Man Far From Home is opening. Actually, the previews start tonight, and it officially opens tomorrow. So they're taking advantage of that long weekend so that its opening weekend is ginormous. So I might go tonight. The first showing is like at midnight. So I don't know if I'll make it, but somewhere along the way, I'm hoping to see Spider-Man Far From Home. Gotta say, WTF KFC. Yum Brands KFC unit has named the Cheetos mascot as the new Colonel Sanders, which actually sounds like a setup for a joke about Donald Trump. I just couldn't think of it fast enough. But anyway, according to reports, this may be the mother of all cross-branding campaigns. KFC is partnering with Frito-Lay on a new sandwich called the Cheetos sandwich. And to promote this new menu item, the QSR brand has officially made Cheetos Chester Cheetah mascot its new spokesperson for this campaign. It's temporary, but it makes him the first brand icon from another brand to portray the KFC founder, Colonel Harlan Sanders. What's next, Rick? The Pringles sandwich from Papa John's?
That's awesome.
But actually, the sandwich actually sounds pretty good. If I happen to stumble into KFC, doesn't happen very often, but if I stumble in and saw that, I would probably try it. It's decent. But wow, having a brand icon, it's like one spoke character from an unrelated brand becoming the spokes character of another is a pretty big deal.
It is. I was trying to think of other iconic brands that maybe didn't quite go this far, but remember the Oreos and milk, and I know there was a whole bunch of different companies that partnered with milk.
Yeah, milk comes to mind, but I couldn't think of it.
And I think I've seen some car ads that integrate other brands as well, but this is definitely the first time I've seen one mascot fulfill the role of another mascot. That's definitely a pretty big move.
Another iconic brand has decided to actually temporarily remove its brand identity from its packaging. Apparently, Diet Coke isn't just for the taste of it anymore. I sent you this piece, I think it was Marketing Dive. Diet Coke has launched label-free soda cans as part of a new campaign called Unlabeled that is designed to challenge stereotypes around things like class and race and gender and sexual orientation and that kind of thing. And it sounds really great. The cans are stripped of any identifying logos except the red stripe, the Coca-Cola red stripe. That's the only thing. It doesn't say Diet Coke on it. I like the idea, and Coca-Cola in general is a master brand. The mother brand has been really, that's been kind of their thing over the last several years is diversity and inclusiveness. Right. And we know that research shows that certain demographics anyway want to know where a brand stands, or to at least feel like their brand doesn't have a stand that's contrary to their own.
I think it's awesome that they did this. I was just having a conversation with somebody yesterday, I believe, and I was talking about Uber, and they're like, well, I don't use Uber. I said, oh, why don't you use Uber? And they went through this whole list of reasons on how the social stance of Uber is contrary to theirs, so therefore they only take Lyft. And so to your point, I mean, this is an important topic. It is, it may not have been 15 years ago, but today it is.
I noted two things. This is not a nationwide effort. It's literally targeted to specific cohorts at like concerts and other events. But the concept for me only works if you don't actually think about it. And what I mean is you're removing the brand's logo, right? You're literally removing the brand's identity. I'm not sure that that's necessarily saying the right thing about, it seems like diversity and inclusiveness shouldn't strip things or people of their identities. I think it's almost the reverse. Label yourself how or if you want to be labeled on your terms, because we all should accept it, embrace and celebrate you, who you are, your unique identity.
That would have been kind of cool if they set up the can so that it was writable, like ink was printed on there so it become easily writable. Yes. And you could make your own label yourself.
Yes.
Right. I think that would actually be kind of cool. I agree with you, by the way. I hadn't really considered that. that.
Yeah.
And so it's good to see them doing it. It's good to see them being open to it. But to your point, I think they need to be just a little more clever.
They're in a good place, but it just, for whatever reason, there was some cognitive dissonance for me when I first saw that. Are you going to go to the Taco Bell? Actually, you're not going to the Taco Bell hotel.
I can't.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah, CNBC is reporting that reservations sold out in 2 minutes. That's pretty amazing. I didn't know that super fans would like, oh my God, I got to have this, big experience. It's called building some brand Chiaro.
That's awesome.
Let's say you were able to get it. Would you go?
I would probably go just for fun, just to see what it's like. Probably to take some pictures to post to our website. This is definitely one of those the truth is stranger than fiction things, and we've talked about this a million times. Demolition Man predicted that Taco Bell was going to be the company that survived the franchise wars. Yes. And here they are opening hotels, and pretty soon every restaurant will be a Taco Bell.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I saw photos of the rooms, and yeah, it's branded. But I'm wondering, when you're sitting out by the pool, do you get your Baja Refresh sodas free, and there's someone stopping by with nachos or something? See, I would love that.
Have you seen the Taco Bell cantinas?
I have, yeah.
So there's one just down the street from my work. It's about 2 blocks away. What is that? I think it's at 3rd and Townsend. And then they're opening one in downtown San Jose. It's actually very cool. It's all black, and it's a neat looking building. They definitely are trying things out and expanding. And and like I said, some of these will serve some fancier meals. Plus they throw in alcohol now, which is kind of wild.
Really, Yo Quiero Taco Bell. Gotta really make a run for the border then. That would be great food with beer. Jeez, you could do the whole cycle right there in the restaurant. Get drunk, and then you get the munchies to get the carbs in you. All right, so there was this piece on Sabra. There's a hummus brand, right? So they've got this campaign out. It's kind of this infomercial style commercial that has an emergency toll-free number, 1-866 code vegan, to help barbecue hosts better cater to their vegan guests this summer. And apparently, the campaign was inspired by internal research that showed roughly half of surveyed U.S. adults are unsure how to cater to vegan bon vivants at the very height of meats on a bun season. So the hotline provides free rescue kits featuring coupons, laptop stickers, as well as vegan-friendly recipes like flatbread and other dishes sure to make you wish you hadn't invited the vegans in the first place. Just kidding. Anyway, it's a good idea for a hummus brand.
I think it's pretty clever. I was surprised by it. It was just edgy enough. I mean, there's one point, I don't know if you caught this,
yes.
There's one point in the infomercial where the guy drops an F-bomb.
Yeah.
They bleep it out, but it is clearly an F-bomb. I was like, whoa, if I wasn't eating meat, maybe I'd be angry too. Anyways, I thought this was clever, and it's cheap marketing, and at the same time, it's interesting enough that it has you and I talking about it. Yeah, so what this reminds me of was the Hyundai commercial from the Super Bowl, where was it Bateman? Bateman was the elevator service guy, and they're taking the people up through the floors and talking about actually I think they were taking them down because it was levels of hell, like, oh, you're gonna get a root canal, oh, you're gonna this, and then one of the ones they dropped was a vegan dinner party. And
the last place you want to go.
Bateman, as the door opens, says, is that even a thing?
They were serving beetloaf.
That's right. That's right.
No offense to vegan listeners out there. I was one of you, and never again. Anyway, we do have to take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be time for some loaded questions, so don't go anywhere. Hey, Rick and Rick Nation, don't forget to check out our website at rickandrick.com. It's double the Rick in just one click at rickandrick.com. All right, we are back. Rick Wooten, are you ready for some loaded questions?
Let's do this.
Awesome. So question number 1. In the last week, Kim Kardashian announced that she has decided to drop which of the following brand names for her new fashion line? A, Kimono, B, Yoko Ono, C, Sonny Bono, or D, Kim's House of Crap. Which of these was the original name for Kim Kardashian's new fashion line before she decided to change it?
I'm going to guess Kimono.
You are correct. So Kimono, which is supposed to just be a play on her first name, obviously. Okay, so question number 2. U.S. e-commerce is expected to experience a year-over-year growth rate in 2019 of A, 15%, B, 11%, C, 12%, or D, 14%.
I'm going to go with 12%.
The answer is D. According to eMarketer, US-based e-commerce will see year-over-year growth of 14% in 2019, topping $586 billion. Now, what's interesting is in a different eMarketer report, I saw that this growth is going to be driven by a 2.6% gain in digital buyers and an 11.1% gain in spending per buyer. As one eMarketer analyst puts it, the data suggests that the US e-commerce market is nearing a saturation point as it grows more in line with that of the total internet population. Essentially, you're going to need to get a larger share of buyer to keep growth. So I thought that was interesting. Final question. Which of the following is the one remaining brand without a Stranger Things tie-in this summer? A, Coca-Cola, B, Burger King, C, Baskin-Robbins, or D, Tide? Which of these is the one remaining brand out there, it seems, without a Stranger Things tie-in for season 3?
I'm going to go with Baskin-Robbins.
Unfortunately, the answer is D. I believe Tide does not have a Stranger Things cross-promotion, but just don't be surprised if Chief Hopper turns toward the camera to inform you that it's a Tide commercial.
That's awesome.
So, God, I mean, it is like every freaking brand has a promotion with. In fact, I think someone called it, what was it, Stranger Things? It was sponsored things.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Well, and some of it's just the luck of the draw, like the Egos one, where the show just happened to have Egos in it.
I like that better. Mad Men was good at that too. So I hope it's not overkill where we see them eating at Burger King every episode or stopping by Baskin-Robbins in every episode. I always hate that. Like the car ones are the worst. I remember watching some TV show, it was a spy show or something, and the character was walking out and gets into the car, and the way it was shot, it was like overtly framing the car. And then the character said something. It's like, oh, how do you like the new blah, blah, blah? Oh, I'm really digging it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, Fringe, at least in the last couple seasons, was really bad about that. They would, really zoom in on the car and focus on the car. You could tell they're getting some car money.
Okay, well, great job there, Rick Wooten, and thanks again, everybody, for listening. Rick, before we go, where can folks find you online?
The best place to find me is always Twitter. I'm at Wooten, WOOTTEN. And how about yourself?
I am always at imatheson.com. That's IMATHIESON.com. Of course, you can find us always at rickandrick.com. And please be sure to come on back for the next episode of The One Show, where everybody's name is Rick and everybody rules the world.
Thanks so much, everyone.